I was listening to this pastor, and he was talking about how he warned of the dangers if your pastor was corrupt. If any in the congregation died believing his lies, well, you know the rest. This warning should go to any in possession of leadership. If you do not understand the demands of the position that you're seeking, then just simply don't accept the assignment. I'm respectful of my elders, and I have been patient, too patient. I can be no more. Al Sharpton is a wolf in sheep's clothing. As a pastor, he should know blessings can be given from God and the devil. A pastor should warn his congregation that the devil will bless a sinner while he's in sin to lose his or her true rewards. A social leader should warn followers that our oppressors, who are the earthly devils, will blind you with gifts to distract you of your goals. Al Sharpton, he is both. He's a pastor and a social leader. And he doesn't mention any of this. Yet he glorified guilty verdicts during the Ahmaud Arbery case, the George Floyd, you name it. If there's a white person on the jury, he'll make sure he point out that it's white people that aided in this conviction. I think in the Ahmaud Arbery case, it was like 11. No, in the George Floyd case, it was like 11 jurors on the stand, and only one black. So he was like, so not all white people are stuck on stupid, like he said. I couldn't believe my ears. And then this type of behavior just fuels other blacks that follow him into thinking that they don't have to do anything for themselves because white people are doing it for them. That is totally the opposite direction a social leader should be going in. And you should know as a pastor the cunning, the lies, the manipulation that the devil possesses. And then here you are battling these earthly devils, and they are almost just as cunning and just as manipulative. You accept the devil's blessings while you sinning, and you're going to always be a sinner. What's your incentive to change if you believe you're being blessed for your behavior? You accept the gifts of our oppressors while you a slave. You applaud their acceptance. You cheer for their guilty verdicts. Honor their recognition. You're going to stay a slave. The thing is, as long as you accept or respect our oppressors' power, respect their authority, we as a people will never seek our own. We're going to stay slaves. There's never going to be an effort for us to create our own if black people think that white people is going to do it for us. If we do not be in the position or the mindset of creating our own businesses and industries, determining our own way of life, we will forever be the slaves of whoever who do. And the thing is, Al Sharpton, he knows this more than anybody. This devil has got to go. And when I say devil, I'm speaking directly to Al Sharpton. like I say, I just could not believe my ears when he sat up there on this radio show applauding white people for being, marching with us, protesting with us. Now they're convicting their own. And the more you believe white people do for you, the less you want to do for yourself. Like I said, I've held my tongue long enough. I cannot no more. I've been respectful. I've been patient with this guy. He has got to go. We got to have new leadership. Every day on MSNBC, I'm hearing about these mandates and how business owners, they are the ones who allow and deny rights and privileges in this country. Al Sharpton don't speak of none of that. So if business owners determine what you can and cannot do, whether you have to be vaccinated or not, whether you can be accepted or not, why isn't Al Sharpton talking about blacks building their own businesses and industries so we can determine our own fate? So we can say what we want to do and not do. You can't do any of these things always patronizing somebody else's establishments. Everything that we get, everything that we do is going to have to be allowed or permitted by somebody else. Al Sharpton ain't speaking on none of this. This is absolutely ridiculous. That in 2022, 160 years beyond slavery, black people don't have not one essential business or industry to provide for their people, to create their own jobs, determine their own way, to say, have the power or the ability to say, you know what, never mind, I'm going to go over here. I'm watching this video today, and the white lady and her son is trying to go into a restaurant, but the white lady is not vaccinated. So she tells the lady that, your son can come in, but you can't. This is what white people are doing to white people. Forcing her to make a decision. Either I take my son away from here and we starve, or let your son go in there and eat while you stay outside and starve. What kind of system is this? Stop thinking that just because whites came up with this system, that our mindset, that our livelihood got to always be within this system. We can create our own system outside of this one by building our own businesses and industries to supply our own needs, to establish our own economics, to govern our own affairs, and let these people do whatever they're going to do uninterrupted. Al Sharpton, you have betrayed your church, and you have betrayed your people. I don't know how you sleep at night reading the Bible knowing that you are just as corrupt, manipulative as the devil himself. If you don't want to do this, if you don't want to take part in building your own, determining what you want in life, at least stop patronizing Al Sharpton. What's the point of paying this guy a dime if he's going to follow you along the same path the whites have put in front of you? Create no alternatives, create no options. What's the point in following this guy? Just do what you're gonna do. Follow the path of Whitey, because when you look at Al Sharpton, he is directly behind these white people. This is sad. We need new leadership, and we need leadership that knows the responsibility and is willing to accept the assignment.